All right, guys. So most people are tying their waist beads wrong, and really probably don't realize it until the waist bead slips off. You think you good, you think it's tied tight, and then you're at the store, and then you feel the beads, and you're like, oh my gosh. So I want to help you fix that. Let's do it, okay? So problem number one is placement. So if you place them too high or too low, they won't sit right. So always stand straight up and place them exactly where you want your waist bead to live before you tie. Okay? So let's see. We're going to take the amethyst goddess waist bead and we're going to place it on her. Okay? So depending on, you got to know where you want your waist beads. You know, if you're looking for weight loss, then you may want them tied up high. You know, if you don't want them for weight loss and just for intentional or aesthetic reasons, just find a place that fits comfortably based on, your body. So for me, I like mine at my high waist. I don't like mine to sit really low, even though I may try a low hip bead one day. I like mine to sit really low. But I like mine to sit really high, but you may like yours low. I've tied people with different preferences. Okay, but always make sure you know where you want them and then make a decision. And then after that, we're going to talk about the knot. Okay, so do not do a single knot. It will fail you every time. I always suggest to do 3 to 4 overlapping knots and use a surgeon's knot, not just a regular knot. After you do the surgeon's knot, each knot pull tight and then do the next knot until you have 3 to 4 knots. Three will probably do you good, but if you feel like that you need another knot, I would go ahead and do it. You don't want to do any more than 4 because you don't want your knot to be too bulky. And then you pull it tight, and before you cut, always test it. Walk around with it, pull it a little bit, and make sure that it's not going away. I'd say you could walk around with it, especially if you're at home and not like in an event and you're tying it yourself. Walk around with it for 15-20 minutes and see if the knot's going to come unraveled, if you're not really that good at tying the knot, or you're just doing it. Okay, so when you get my waist beads, you're going to be a slip knot on the end like this, and you can use this slip knot right here to help you um, slide the beads down and adjust to your size. So slip knot is really easy. You just pull until the knot comes out, and then you can either just let the bead slide down, because with this type of string, this is the nylon string that I use. If you just pull it, a lot of times it won't come off, especially with these small beads. But if you feel like that the beads are going to slide off, you can tie a little knot right here on the end, just to give yourself some room for the knots to fall. So you can just do this. So now that I have a knot, I can just let the bead slide down until I get the fit that I want. And she has a smaller waist, so I'm going to be moving a lot down with this one. Okay. So now that I have it where I want, there's also a slip knot on this end as well. Pull that. And when you get it to where you want, you can also pull beads down on this end as well if you want to keep some of the beads that's sliding down. And once you get it to where you want it to fit, then you can start tying your knot. And the slip knot is easy. You just cross over, you bring this one strand side over once, then you bring it over twice, then you can pull. Okay? Then you're going to do that again. You're going to cross over, bring a strand down like that, do it twice, then you're going to pull. And then once you pull and you pull this part tight, that's going to be your first knot. Okay, so then you want to do this a second time. You're going to cross over, go under once, go under twice, then pull. Then you'll have your second knot. And then after that, you can either go one more time or you can stop there. And when you stop there, you're going to have some of the extra string left over. Now, with all this string left over, you can either make another like anklet or bracelet, or you could repurpose it as a necklace if it's long enough, or whatever you want to do with it. And so you'll have this extra string and you're going to cut. Now, when you cut, you're going to want to cut not close to the knot, not too close to the knot, but you don't want to have a lot of extra string. But don't cut too close, because then the knot may unravel. So you leave yourself like a millimeter extra string, after you walk around a few minutes after the knot is secure. Then you can cut. And then what you want to do also before you cut is you want to make sure that you don't want them too tight. So make sure you can at least take a finger and stick it under the waist bead, so that it will, that you have enough room to breathe. Because I've had people who think that it's comfortable, and then when they get home and they may eat a meal or something like that, then they realize that their waist bead is too tight and they end up having to cut it off. Also, make sure you don't suck in when you're getting your waist bead tied, so that you can get an accurate fit. Okay, so that is going to be it for the tutorial, guys. If you want to learn more about how to tie waist beads, how to make waist beads, how to use them with intention, I do have a waist bead one-on-one course. All you have to do is click the star in my profile and join my Inner Circle subscription, and I'll have more tutorials just like this, guys. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know if you've had trouble tying your waist beads, or if you have another way that you tie yours that you feel like that has worked. I would love to hear. Okay, peace, love, and balance.